Shall we start the session? I think it is already 9:05.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you able to get the screen? You get the
Yes, ma'am.
present. You're getting the presentation on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone should mark their attendance in the chat box. Anything you are facing, any problem, we will discuss after the class, that whatever problems you are facing in a Google class or anything. Shall we start the class? Yes, class. Shall we start? Or we wait?
Ma'am, let's start.
Okay. You are able to getting the info, this one presentation on your screens?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we are winding up with the unit third, and the topics, few small topics are left in unit third. Then from next class onwards, we will go for unit 4. Fine. So unit third, I think I have discussed this one in a class when most of the people were not there in the class. So I want to discuss one small unit, that is a small component of that one, the unmasking in Linux. Now, what do you mean by unmasking in Linux? Like this one. For example, by default permissions are there. By default permissions which are given to your directory and your file. For example, this one. So by default, directory will get the permissions, like a file will get this kind of permission, 777. All read permission, all write permission, all execute permission. Fine. Now you want to unmasking. Masking and unmasking means hota hai. That means that you want to withdraw some rights. You want to withdraw some of the permissions from the original. This is the original status of the file. When you allocate, when you create one file or directory, the permissions are given with the full rights. If you want to withdraw, this red indicates that you are withdrawing some read, some write, and some execute. I have already told you what you mean by 7. This octa means full rights: read, write, and execute for the user, read, write, execute for the group, and read, write, and the read, write, execute for the others. Fine. Now, if you want to withdraw, you can put a command unmask 137. The command is unmask 137. That means you are withdrawing the execute right. Now, when actually the file will get the permission, it will deduct, like 7 minus 1, it will get 6. 7 minus 3, it will get 4. And 7 minus 7, that means 0. So these are the actually permissions when the file will, these are the permissions when the file is created, and when unmasking values are put against this file, we'll get these final permissions. Like this one, read. 6 is for the permissions of the 6 is for reading. Fine. This is for the user. Similarly, 4 is for your reading for your group members, and 0 others cannot do anything on the file. So there's no permission for the others. This is for the group. Group can only read that file, and the owner, the user creator, can read and execute that file. So the final permission is 640, and you can get these kind of masking. I let you know how to done this masking. Then you come to this slide. Like for example, user has By default, this is the value. This is the value 0077. So it indicates this 10 indicates the first 0 is your special bits. SUID bit, I have already tell you about the sticky bit, SUID bit, SUID bit. So these 0 is for the special permissions to the file. These are the normal default permissions. Like 077 means 0 means you have not given anything to that, right? And these are the permissions which you have given to your group members and to your others. Fine. One more. By default, the masking value which is used in your file is 0022. Like for example, by default permission is 777. By using the unmasked value, for example, you have used 027. This unmasked value is deducted from your current by default values. Default value when the file is created, it is 777, and unmasked value already been system defined is 0022. You can change the unmasked value. For example, you want to change it, you can change to 027 by writing unmasked 027, press enter, the unmasked value will be 027 and it will reduce to normal default value. So default value is 777, it will get reduced to 750. So resulting final permission to that file or to a directory will be like this one. 7, a user can read, write and execute. 5, read and execute for the group, and 0 means no permissions for the other. Masking means you are hiding something default, you are withdrawing some of the permissions. It can be a read permission, it can be a write permission, or it can be execute permissions. Like for example, for all the files in a Linux, all the files, we will get that whenever you create a file, you will get the default permission 666. That means read write for the user, read write for the group, and read write for the others. For directories, the default permission is 777. That means full writes, read write and execute for the user, read write execute for the group, and read write execute for your others. So this is the default permission, 666 for your files and 77 for your directories. Whenever you create a new file or directory, initial permissions were this. Now, for example, the default can be changed by using a command called unmask. Now, unmask 002. You pass this command, write it on the command prompt and press enter. So your by default unmasked value is now 002. Now 002 indicates, now it will reduce from the file 666 minus 002. The final value which your file will get is 664. Read write for the user, read write for the group, and only read permission for the others. Similarly, for directory creation, 77 is a initial value. After unmasking, the value will go by 775. That is read WX, all permissions for the user, all permissions for the group, and only read and execute permission for the others. Fine. Similarly, this one, you can go for the file. It depends upon that. By default, it is this, and unmasked value by default is 0022. But you can change it to 002, any octal value. Fine. For example, this one, you check it out, this slide now. For example, your unmasked value can be this. These are the probable unmasked values, 0002, 0022, 026, 046. So these are the probable unmasked values. By default, the file initial value is 666, and by default, your directory value is 777 initially when they are created. After unmasking, for example, the unmasked is 000. You put in a condition unmask 000. That means it will minus 666 minus 000. So output is your 666. This value XYZ, this is your XYZ value. This XYZ value is minus from 666. So the output is 666. Fine. So it has a read write, and read write. The final file permission is this. Similarly, if you are using the unmasked value 002, so it will minus 002 from 666. So resultant output is 664. And these are the permission 6, 6 and 4. Fine. Similarly, if you're asking for 022, you will minus this 022 from 666 and output resultant is 644. That means 6, 4 and 4. So this is a list of all. If you want to give the full permission, you will write like this one. Fine. If you want to withdraw all the, so you can give 777. Now 777, you will get the output 000. Similarly, if you want to give us unmasked value 666, you doesn't want to give any of the permission. You write unmasked 666. It will minus 666, 666, and it will give the output 000, and you have no permission on that file. So this is the unmasking. That means withdrawing. An unmasked value is reduced and it can be minus from your initial file permission. Similarly, for the directory, the initial value when the directory is created, it has been given 777. By using the unmasked value, it will get the final permission like this one. If you want to give the full rights, you will put the unmasked 000. It will minus this XYZ, and the final permission that is given, is 777, full rights to that directory. Similarly, you want to go for 775, you have to put the mask value 002. So 002 is deducted from this and you will get 775. Fine. So these are the all unmasking your default permission. So this is your default permission for the file. This is a default permission for your directory. And by minusing your this octal value, you will get the final file permissions for your file and final for your directories. Like for example, directory has a 777, unmasked value is 002, and actually finally your directory will have the value 775. That is read, write, execute for full reads, write, execute for the user, full read, write for the group, and only read and execute for the others. Similarly, file, the default initial value is 666. By using the unmask, the actual permission which the file will get 664. That means read, write for the user, read, write for the group, and only read for your others. Clear? I suppose this one. Similarly, same here. These are the special. This is the special bit, sticky bit, SUID bit. These are the 3 bits which define your octal. One for user, one for group, and one for others. If you want to give a 0, that means all permissions you are giving. If 3, that means no write and execute permission. If you go for 3, that means no write and execute permission for others. This is for group, no permissions for read and write, no permissions for the others, and all the permission to the user, that is 0. Fine. And default file permissions like 7744. Now these are the special permissions. You have given all these special permissions. This 7 means when you minus this, you will get 7, all the file permissions. This is for reading, and this is for reading for the user, and this is for the group. So these are the permissions you will get, 7744. Fine. I told you this one same. You have to, by default, the system has 022. If you check on the Linux terminal, what is the unmasked value? You write only unmask and press enter. It will show you the value 022, whatever it is. By default, it is 022. But you can change it. If you press only, if you write the command only unmask and press it enter, it will show you the value. Now, if you want to change it, the value, you can write unmask 002. So it will, and press enter, it will change the value to 002. So you want, if you want to go for checking, only write unmask and press enter. It will show you the current unmasked value. You can change it your default, or you can change it to any of the unmasked value. For example, 022 is an already defined value, so it will reduce, and the file permission is 644. And similarly for directory, full rights are given on the directory for the initial one. After minus the unmasked value, This is the permission which is given to the directory 755. Clear? So unmasking is your this one. Fine. And other few topics which are left it out for your this one is, so these are your all unmasked values. I think you can able to get it how the unmasking can be done in your directories and files. So default permission and unmasking. You can change the unmasking values also. Similarly, few other commands are there which are left out for your, like this one. I have already discussed few commands, like what do you mean by WC command? That is a word count. Similarly, sort command for sorting the data, either in alphabetically or numerology wise. Unique is to remove all the duplicates lines from the file. Then cut is to obviously cut few columns or the fields of the text file. Paste is to paste the files together, and TR is for your translators. Like for example, you want to convert it to a anything to a capital letter, anything to a small letter, then translator. So these are the few commands. We'll discuss one by one. For example, WC command. WC command already discussed in your class. That counts the number of lines, for example, if the option is WC hyphen C, it will count the number of bytes. Similarly, if you write WC hyphen L, it will count the number of lines, and WC hyphen W, it will count the number of words. And the command which you can use is WC and your file on which you want to count the number of lines, words, or number of bytes. So it will show you by default, if you are writing WC, it will show you all count, lines, and words. If you explicitly mention these options, then it only shows the count, it will only show the number of lines, and it will only show the number of words. And if you write only WC, it will show all three respectively of that file. Same here, further details which will count the number of printed bytes, characters, lines. Fine. If you write for this, so it will go for, if you want to go for the character count, then go for M. Fine. If you go for the C for the bytes, L, capital L stands for the maximum line length. Similarly, W stands for the words. So these are few other options which can be used in your WC. Clear? Then TR command. TR command is basically for your conversion for small letters to your capital, to convert small letter to vice versa. Similarly, to squeeze, if you're using the command S, TR-S, then you have to squeeze the multiple spaces which are occurring between the words or between the lines. It will squeeze that word. So -S is for squeezing. Fine. For example, this command, if you write TR command, A to Z, square bracket, and then A to Z, that will convert everything in a small capital to a small letter to a capital letter. So this is a command. Similarly, for example, cat will display all the content. Cat command will display all the content of the test file. So test is your file. Cat is a concatenation. That means it will display all the content of the test file. Now this is used as a piping. The output of this cat command will go as an input to TR command. So cat will display the content of your test file. It will behave as an input to this TR command, and all the content will go to the TR command, and all the content which is present in a small letters will convert it into a capital letters. So this is a piping. Input of one command moves to the output of one command moves to the input of another command. Like for example, cat intro, this is the output of cat command. The Unix operating system was pointed by Ken. So this is the output of this file. It's a file name intro. Now you want to convert it that one. So you are using TR command, this A to Z, anything which is in convert this, and spaces, and then your this, and output everything to your, this means you put all the output of this command to a file called intro. So this means outputting everything to an intro command, and your output is everything in your this capital letters. So cat command for displaying and tr command for translators. Squeeze का same है, that everything is, S option is to squeeze out multiple. For example, this is the content of the file name, lot of spaces. It has lot of spaces between the words, and after using the tr hyphen s, that means squeeze to these. You can reduce to this one to a single space and move everything to a new file called lots of spaces. It will output everything to the lots of spaces. So actual file lots of spaces now will have this kind of content. This is an example of removing all the single spaces. So squeeze command will reduce the number of spaces. Fine. Then cut is actually one of the other command is cut. You can separate the lines into different fields. For example, the command cut can be used the file name, fine. And if you're writing, for example, hyphen C4, what do you mean by that above command? It will print the fourth character. It will cut. This will cut. It will actually cut and print the only fourth character in each line of the file. So it will print only the fourth character of each line, fourth character. So it will cut that section and print only that one. So it will separate out the lines into the fields. So cut hyphen C, C stands for a character, and fourth means the fourth character of, fine. So this is the cut command. Similarly, other options for the cut command, C, F, and D, output only C characters. If you want to go for the fields like column wise, column 1, column 2, and column 3, then go for fields, and D is used as a delimiter. This character is used as a delimiters, or you can say, I will let you know, delimiters like spaces or any kind of commas or any kind of semicolons. Then these are the few commands I've discussed. PS, grep we have discussed, concatenation, cut commands, awk command for pattern searching, df command is showing your free disk space. Then sorting is one term. Sorting can be done. We directly come to this. It will actually got for the sort lines of the text files. How to sort it, either you're alphabetically or line number wise. For example, sort in the reverse order, then the command is sort hyphen R. Similarly, if you want to sort in a reverse order and with the unique, you want the unique lines to become, then sort hyphen R unique. Sort either in the character code, character alphabetically, it will sort the lines. By default, it will sort it alphabetically. If you want to reverse order, you can go for or this option. Similarly, these are the few commands: searching, sorting, find, unique, it will find the duplicates, find, it will find for a given directory, locate is also for searching in a file system, which will show you the complete part of the command. And grep command is obviously to finding any searching or filing. If you want to search any pattern, then grep command. Sorting, uniqueness it will remove all the duplicates lines. Search for a given file, this is also for location, and this is also complete part of the command. Then which command is used. Head ka bhi discussed ho chuka, has already been discussed. Head -2, the first two line, tail, the last two line. Similarly, fifth line, you want to go for it, then the command is head, top line, top file or file name, and the tail -1. So tail -1, reduce it to a one line, and you will get only the last fifth line. So this is a head command. All output will go to the tail command, and tail command will show me last line. So this is piping is done. Output of head command goes to the tail command, and tail command -1, it will show me the last line. Five lines will go to the tail command, and last line it will show. So these are the all. Like for example, if you go for the 50th line, then cat file name, all the output will go to the head command. Head command will display 50th line. All the output will go to the tail command, and tail command will only give me the last line, the last 50th line. So these are the all. For example, you want to sort it, then R, and if you sort it on the number, then write RN. So reverse order me and the number. So this is RN, RU for the unique. Clear? So this is about the sorting. Unique is same. You want to see unique, then you write U. If you want to see the duplicate, then write the D. For example, unique -U and the file, unique -D, that is a file. If you want to see the duplicate, then go for D, otherwise U. For example, W command, who are the all possible users? It will go to your awk command. Awk command will print the first column, print first field or first column. That command output goes to the sort. It will sort and it will tell me the unique. I will go, that sorting output will go to the unique command, and unique command will show me the duplicates, and duplicate is James. Who are the users? Users will go to the awk command. Awk command will print the first column. That output goes to the sort command. It will sort alphabetically. Then it goes to the unique command, and unique command will give me the duplicates. Now, if I want the all the count, fine. Then I will go for the who command, then awk command, then sort command, and then unique command, and then all the characters it will show me. For example, James is coming 4 times and root is coming 1 time. So it will go me the total count. So total count. So C stands for the count. James is coming 4. It's a duplicate. That is why only when we are using D, so James is coming. When I go for the count, it will give me the list, number of users of the list with their count. How many times then James is duplicate. So James is duplicate 4 and root is only 1. Fine. So displaying of your unique and duplicate lines. Then other commands are also there for printing, PR, for difference I have already discussed, for formatting their FMT, for expanding there is nothing more than in your syllabus. A-spell is basically for an interactive spell checker. I will try to give one class on this one, A-spell. Fine. Then shell I have discussed already with you that what do you mean by a shell. To run your commands, fine, you have the interactive shell with giving your all your input manipulations, and when you are storing the number of commands, and that becomes your interactive shells or a shell scripts. Fine. Now how to write your shell script already been discussed. Then how to write your shell script and where it is installed. That by default folder is bin sh. Fine. And these are the few shell commands. For example, by default you want to multiply anything. So this is a scripting. This is a comment. This is a normal shell script. You want to multiply 13 into 74. This is the syntax. This is the again command, and this is a printing on the output, on printing on the console when you use echo and dollar and multiply. This multiply is your variable, and dollar multiply will give you the output. So output of 13 multiplied by 74. In this way, you can write the shell script. So basic shell scripts are there. I've already discussed in a lab 2-3 times, but for the demonstration, I am giving. For example, this one more shell script, date. I want hour, minute, and seconds. Fine. Then I go for the sleep for 10 seconds, and then again my system. So it will print the date first, then sleep for 10 seconds, and then again print the date with after a lapse of 10 seconds. Fine. So this is the script actually. Similarly, other arithmetic operations, let x is your variable. You can print the value of any variable by $x. Fine. Similarly, y your variable, any value, and print the value of y. So these are the few arithmetic operations which I have discussed and already been discussed in the class, how to write your. So this dollar expression mean it can directly print the value by these echo inverted comma dollar and will print the value. So you will get the output 143. Similarly, you can declare a variable and like this, and print the value of the Velour. Fine. So in this way, you can write the shell scripts. Similarly, this one, for example, you have created one function, hello greeting, and you have printed here hello. Hello is a variable with this, and your name is a variable, and it will print your hello. So this is your hello variable and printing the value this. Now your echo, enter your name, it will print on the screen, enter your name. It will read the value, whichever value you enter, it will read it and put it in the variable called name. And again a variable and calling the function. This is a method to call a function. Function is your greeting. It will call the value and return the output val by printing this. It will get the function will be called, its value is stored in the val, and you can print the value of your val. So these are the few scripts. Fine. In this way, you can write a script for doing your shell programming, or online you can use it. Online compiler or shell compiler, you can use it in this way. So this is all about your, so this is